Hello, welcome to AP Human Geography, and I'm really excited to tell you about this class, and I'm really excited that you decided to take this little mission with us to do college level geography, but also at college level pacing. I'm really excited to do that with you. I've never taught the whole class before online. Then again, you've never took the whole class online. So we're going to do this together, and it'll be exciting. I have taught it before, though. I've practiced on other people, so you've got that going for you. So we're going to use this textbook, and the reason why I chose this textbook is because it covers all the key things that we need to know, but I feel like it does it in a way that works out really well for the type of student that you are. And I hope that you'll like it. I gave you the opportunity to buy your own copy so that if you wanted to write in it, you could. One of the benefits to doing that is it has a practice exam in the back. It has lots of activities in it, has quizzes in it, and then you could write in that, and then you could go back later when you're studying for the AP exam in May and get to look at that and sort of get to see sort of like what notes you highlighted for yourself that you struggled with before. So then you can make sure that you don't struggle with those same things again in May. The class is divided into 7 units. The first one we're going to do relatively quickly, which is Introduction to How You Think Like a Geographer. But actually, all of those key terms we circle back to repeatedly. But it's basically just teaching you some geographic vocabulary. Then we're going to go into talking about population and migration. And we're going to get those 2 units done within the first 3 weeks of school. Cultural patterns and processes is the unit where we basically talk about cultural geography and how different groups of people live in the same space and how they change the space they live in based on what their cultural beliefs are, and how they sometimes have conflict in terms of how they use that space because they have different beliefs and values. Then this leads in nicely to political geography, which is about how governments organize space. And again, that ties nicely because sometimes those governments prioritize some cultures over other cultures, or governments are organized in a way to try to keep those different cultural groups together and happy and sharing the space well. Then we go on to looking at agricultural versus industrial uses of space, and we basically look at how do we use land. Do we use it to make stuff? Do we use it to grow stuff? Do we use it to space people out? Do we use it to compact people really close together? And I think that those 2 units work really well and then transition nicely to urban geography, which is how we're going to end the class. As of right now, the College Board says that we should teach the whole class. Last year, because of the pandemic, they knocked off some of the topics. I'm planning to teach you all of these things, and I think it will work really well. One of the reasons why I picked this class to pair with AP Comparative Politics is because a lot of these same topics, specifically cultural patterns and processes, political organization of space, as well as industrialization and economic development, those 3 units are all covered in AP Comparative Politics. So by doing this unit well, by doing this course well, you'll be a better political scientist. And a matter of fact, I feel like historically my students have been better political scientists because they have a spatial understanding of the world. Many of you come to me without sort of like a global understanding, and this class gives you that background, so then when we dive deeper into those 6 case studies for AP Comparative Politics, you're like, yeah, I get it because I have this background. And so I think it will work out well. I really like this class. I will admit, I was not trained as a geographer, but I've started to look at the world as a geographer, and it's been really fun. Like the other summer when we went to Iceland, my mind went, because after you're a geographer, you look at that island totally differently. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean that within a short period of time, the Vikings took down all of the forests for the whole country and they're still trying to grow them back from Vikings time? What do you mean that half the population of the whole island lives in Reykjavik? What does it mean that everybody who lives in the country lives on the outskirts of it? How I looked at that trip totally changed because I have a spatial understanding of things, and I got that from studying geography. So I think it'll be really fun for you to get a sense of how your understanding of the world changes because you're going to learn to think like a geographer in this class as well. So welcome.